the social stuff is unusual, and I really like what you've done, and it's like we the OGs now. Like, come on, our parents are too old; they cannot do it no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? For our parents who still alive, like we just want them to have a good older days, and even then they're not safe. Like I see my old pops, like he still have one of this crazy predator woman, around him. But I guess he like this shit too. My point of the matter is like, what was really the social media that you talk about? I can we grown enough to know when the switch happened, and when I'm talking about you guys, black people, I want to kind of remove certain accountability. Then you're not responsible on certain shit. Worldstar Hip Hop, yeah, brought a lot of drama. But who was the owner of Worldstar Hip Hop? Did he was an Asian guy or did he was a black American? There's black American who do this shit knowing that it's not a benefit for the kids. What 50 had a black type of social media he was trying to do, he get boycott. So when we're really looking at it, the person and who is in charge, and I don't like to point fingers because it sounds crazy, but it's really the Facebook shit which went totally off. Right? The Harvard connection, the shit that this guy, Mark Zuckerberg, stole from the twins, and the twins came up and said, he stole our shit. And he was like, nah. And now what it did, it buy Instagram. So Instagram is now more the accountability of the African people. I think the algorithm of Instagram was made from a guy from Ghana. We need to have a true understanding from this guy. Okay, what your algorithm was really, and then the guy by WhatsApp. So the problem with America is you guys, you live in a country with a really important concept of trust and antitrust. These guys, Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg, are people who cheated the system. Now we can look at them as heroes to be them. I wish that's cool. But what was the whole shit about? Drew was an insane guy in the Harvard connection, and it just was giving grade about how hard the girl look like or do not look like. That was the base of the Harvard connection, which became Facebook. You get where I'm going from? So it's a little bit, you know what I'm saying? It's like you got to really look at it. Who are these guys? Why did they become so this quote-unquote toxic masculinity? But black people, I don't think black people are really responsible of that. Now, the black woman who decided to engage into this shit and took advantage of the system, there was the art, they the art. Because they don't want to looking at it for what it is. They're the predator. Because it's like, damn, you're taking advantage of this fucking crazy ass technology, which is a pure technology. Sometimes just take a woman who is into it, and it's dangerous because, woman, they are really into the beauty standard. I know some of you guys, you are parents, so you know what I'm saying. I'm not trying to behave, but I notice is that when I speak to a lady who is 20 or 21 or 22, they say like, a girl could be your age. Me, I'm 80s, I don't have a kid, right? But I have a wife who's 40. And if I tell a girl like, look, my wife, my bitch, look better than you, she would get upset. And it's funny how upset it would be. And I'd be like, no. What I'm trying to tell you, if you are 20, if beauty is your value, and you are 20 years old, by logic, it means that when you're 40, you need to look better than you look like when you're 20 now. It's a never-ending competition with yourself in what you're proposing into the quote-unquote market. If beauty is what you bring, it's no problem. But then it's on the other side, the men's. And I think the men's, we just need to be a little bit more savvy about the move we make when we talk about legal move and stuff like that and everything. But this shit is crazy. The only reason why I'm into black space like that, guys, is because I'm married to a black American, right, a woman, and I can tell that I comprehend a little bit some of the problem. Because I experienced this shit. I see when my wife went to college, I see how I see how everything kind of changed up. And this shit touched people from around the world. I'm literally in Paris, and I'm touched by this fucking shit. So it's not a game.
Alright, so, okay, thank you. Black women are predators. Why and how are black women predators and white women are not? And black,
black women are the ones who stand the strength. They the crew. Remember, crew means being a black person. It means being black. not African like me, not mixed, I mean being black. Like if you really study English, me English, remember English was not my first language. So I understood, what is this world cool? It's not really a British lexicon. You come from America, you come from black people, and actually really being black. So people want to be cool, like this is an Asian woman, I want to be cool. She goes trying to eliminate black people, technically, which is black woman in the case. So, yes, if there's a tendency of women being kind of like this woo shit, then you see, I don't say white women don't do it, but I guess, black women are the like I said, the poster child of this rebellious mind frame.
I didn't really understand what you just said, but I feel like black women are, the American black women, they're a handful. They have their issues, but I feel like everything bad they learn it from the white American woman. Everything, every fuck thing. When it comes to abandonment, the only thing I will give the white American woman over the black American woman, right, is when they come to these paternal family court games that all of them like to play. I think the white woman, she comes to her senses somewhere down the line and doesn't totally block off the dad, where the black mom will take her rage with her child's father and just do all kind of outlandish crazy shit. I'll say that about the black woman. Other than that, they're pretty awesome. They're not more predators than a white lady.
I get what you mean. The problem is that if they are the cultural impact at the worldwide stage.
That's the white woman. That's the white woman. It's not the black woman. You just talking.
Are you sure, Sal?
No, and don't interrupt me no more. You're just talking about what's cool. You're talking about what's cool, and I get it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, when it's what's cool, that's what is influential around the world. But when you're talking about weed, bro, you're talking about family dynamics. All that shit is white women, bro. These white women are the real predators of anybody. If there is a predator, look at husbands dying for fucking insurance checks. Like, what are we talking about here? You got people lying on black men, getting black men thrown in fucking jail about some fucking fake ass rape shit. Bitch need to be smacked the fuck up about this shit. Like, what are you talking about? Trust me, black women have put me through the ringer. I don't mind talking about that, but let's keep that shit real. How are they pregnant? Is the Chinese woman not in our fucking over here taking our money, not giving a fuck about it? Chinese women don't give a fuck about your black ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, the black women are only going to give a fuck about your black ass. The white bitch, black ass.
So respect, what you say is like the white women, the white feminists are the one who quote-unquote influences the black women to go against the black patriarchy, blah, 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 and therefore this is, they've been used by white people, quote-unquote, by white women, quote-unquote, and they speak part of white supremacy. So therefore these black women are part of the problem because you are yourself saying that they are influenced under the concept of this white woman, quote-unquote. So we talk about these black women. If you do not reply, we don't say that every black woman are necessarily, but I get what you mean, but at the same time,
No, I get what you're saying. It's always, usually these conversations are always, oftentimes without being said, are talking about the subject group of people. Whenever we talk about racism, we're never talking about all white people are all different. Of course, we know most white people are not racist. And when it comes to black people, we know most black people aren't terrorizing other black people. So we always talk about a subsect of people here, and that's these people aren't predators or evil people or evil whites or dirty blacks, But when it comes to black women that are predators, I just don't even see. I don't see that on a black woman. I see a argumentative, brusque, very rough ass woman who doesn't like to get along. I see a lot of combative. I'm about to fuck that word up. But lot of that shit, but I don't see predator, man. That's the white woman. The white woman is the predator. I won't say Chinese woman the predator. Nah, they just very smart. But they don't care about your black ass. They just want their dick. Straight up. They don't. So you I don't know about Asian women. I ain't never dated them, but I don't think they care about this either, bro. Like, for real. They just want the dick. They want to come into our communities and sell all that weave and sell all that hair shit, and then get some black, you know what I'm saying? They got Johnny Young, that's their real husband, but they want Tyrone, they want Devontae, you know what I'm saying, at night sometime to fuck on, and then they don't fuck with us. I don't know, man. I haven't really broken that, like, trying to get into the Asian culture like that, you know what I'm saying? But from what outside in, I feel like they got a lot of the least respect for us, and I don't blame them. I don't necessarily blame them all that for that. I kind of blame us the same, if that's what black women are the best. Black women are, bro. They love us, bro. They love us more faster than these other women.
I am enraged, and I speak for so many of my constituents. I was at a town hall last night, and the topic of his detention came up.
Oh my God! Anytime some black issue happens on the news, I feel sorry for the divestors. Because I know in that household, that black ass mouth is being quiet or being zipped up. You're not saying what you really want to say because you can't, because you have a household to keep peace in. So, you know what I'm saying? You can't do that.
Is the president going to ask for him to be returned to the United States or not?
You can't say nothing because
first of all, it's not a question for me to answer. But I think that the assumption that underlies it.
You have the justice
to be corrected,
color.
which is that there was no mistake that was made.
Stand up for no black.
He was sent. What do you think would happen if he came back to this country? If you're understanding of immigration laws, what do you think would happen? You're asking a lot of questions. You're all asking a lot.
I make fun of them for it, but deep down inside, I feel bad for their ass.
So is it like the problem is like the construct of what you call black woman in your country, right? You say black woman, what is a black woman? And that reality in your country is not necessarily the same reality, for example, in other part of the world, right? So you got different castes, right? Quote unquote, of people, right? So if you go to South Africa, they say color
and is home to Washington State University, the campus that's spoken.
A woman in America might be a colored people, but say I'm a black woman because she basically bred, quote unquote, this blackness. She said, no, I tell you, I'm a black woman, black that to me, I'm a black person, this is what I am, I'm black, right? The person from South Africa is like, okay, black, but, you know, in my reality, you're a colored person, right? Like, whatever what you say you are will not change the rules of laws that we had going on out here. And so therefore, we don't necessarily, you know, we don't even have a true idea of what it is, unless it's like, does a black woman mean being raised by a black mom? Or does it mean being raised by a black dad? Or does it mean being raised by a black, within the black society? You know? So I think that's a little bit, where stuff get a little bit messed up.
Non-stop talk.
Yeah, I think to say that black women. Hold on one second. I think to say that black women are more predatorial is ridiculous. I mean, white women are extremely insane and predatorial as well, parasitic, vampiric. And there should be a Holocaust museum for the marriage family court for what judges and lawyers have done to American men and women, particularly men who have been unfairly treated in the court systems to a very high degree. My father being one, I've witnessed that many people in this room know the situation. So, you know, whenever you go to the state government to get a marriage certificate for a woman who's eventually going to file a divorce against you when the time is right, if that's possible, the point is, it's not just black women that are the predators. There's a lot of really stupid white women who are predators and have destroyed countless lives. A lot of Democrat judges, they are the worst predators, and whether they be black or white, I don't think it really makes a difference. I think there's just huge pieces of shit in society that have ruined many people's lives because they have the power to do so. And thus, I don't think it's anything more specific, black or white. I think just there's a lot of predators, fleas, parasites, vampires amongst us. That get off on their power and their stupid little Esquire degree. You know, lawyers are are the biggest problem in society. They cause more problems than any other group of people. I mean, only maybe doctors, possibly nurses, but lawyers are the biggest problem in society today. It's like everybody should technically be a lawyer, and there should be something higher than a lawyer, because to be a lawyer today, all you have to do is be a black woman, and you're going to get that fucking Esquire degree, and then you're going to cause social chaos because you are a parasite, a piece of shit, and you're a predator.
Like, this is absolutely the truth, man. Like, that right there, I vow for this shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Only the thing where he was like, the political scheme of stuff, which is an interesting thing about it. The problem I'm having with the attorney, Dodge, is like they are not necessarily they're partisan. It's really difficult to run into an attorney who is a true independent. So depending the case, his own political aspect, unless he's a Mason, which could be a good look, you know, in certain situation, right? But yeah, attorneys, people should be attorneys, and there's a lot of obstruction of the law. But you know, at least what I like about America, even if I'm not an American, I'm one of the way in France, is I think there is hope in America to get their shit together. You know what I'm saying? You got a strong constitution that, you know, I was arguing with one of my friends here in France, was saying, like, oh, wow, but France, we got this great, we got about 6 constitutions, we did it 6 times. And I was like, you know what, I got to give it to. Now the problem is how you interpret the constitution instead of foundational ideas that no other nation does. So what is like fighting against any type of authoritarian threat. This is so very dope. Then that was in the mind of the people who created your country, and the other shit was like there's a lot of cool shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the pursuit of happiness is a cool shit. The problem is how you're gonna reinterpret the pursuit of happiness. And does it apply to the woman who is into a marriage and she's not happy? It's just a pursuit of happiness, therefore blah 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 blah. Or can it even apply to the migrant who come from the other side of the world? It's like, oh my God, this is a war in our country, but I cannot even have the power to take over these people who, even if that's more their responsibility to take over the people who are fucking them. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I get that stuff. I think black women really center the United States in the middle of that conversation, because to me, black woman is a concept as which have been created by in America. Like it was created by white people, like the army was saying. Maybe, I don't know if it was reactionaries, I'm not sure. And the people in the UK, black people in the UK, the black people in the UK, they're black Brits. I ain't got a problem with that. They're black Brits, but I understand it's not exactly the same culture. And it's more like emulating, or there's urban culture, and urban culture is urban culture. So urban disease come with the fact that you live in a city, and there's big cities around the world, right?
The problem is these lawyers. I'm just saying that these lawyers are the parasites and the vampires of society. Listen, you don't even need to be intelligent anymore because of ChatGPT. You just have to be able to read. And a lot of these people probably don't even read. Look at Letitia Jones, former attorney general that went after Trump. Now she's embroiled in mortgage fraud. So the point is, these lawyers have the power to steal, the power to be gods, and the power to imprison and to really just unfairly and inhumanely trample our constitutional rights for due process, jury trial, jury nullification. They're hyper political. They're all liberal. They're all communist, Marxist, socialist engineers that want to destroy the family unit. So we're dealing with clown world, and the woke spending that Elon Musk has exposed shows you just how bad the average American taxpayer is getting fucked. I mean, you're technically a slave in this country. You are going to work to fund liberal activist predators that are out there that are destroying our dollars, destroying our families, destroying our culture, flooding us with immigrants. I mean, why have we been working for 20 years? Shouldn't we even have a surplus? I mean, the whole system is completely fucked, and a lot of people just believe that Donald Trump is the savior. Without him, Kamala Harris and Tim Walz would have actually culturally financially and literally destroyed the United States of America. Like, we would have essentially imploded, dissolved, or erupted into insane violence against the administration, who would have put it down militarily. So, we're not out of the waters yet, and I don't think we ever really will be, because there are countless hundreds of thousands and maybe millions of women out there that are hyper politically connected. They're lawyers, they work in the shadows, and they are angry, violent, despicable people.
Yeah, I mean, that's but then there's a moment where it's like we can't blame the attorneys, but then what about the people, like you say, the people should have, I'm saying, quote unquote, and then the court sometimes is totally like, not going into the interest of the of the people. That's just the reality. I'm saying that's what so. But states, I mean, I did figure out there's a lot of things. Then the big question is like, who you dare try to fight the system? And it's like most of the men, they don't have no energy to fight the system afterwards. They just cannot. They already have an issue fighting the system, trying to figure out, would I be able to get the kids? What would I do? I'm going through this shit. Can I? And it's like, because after they're gonna do malpractice and sue malpractice of the law. Would they take their freedom at risk? And I think a lot of people are gonna be like, no, I don't take this shit that seriously. It's like whatever. So it's kind of a really kind of quote unquote situation. The women are predators within the system, or the system is predatory towards the people within the system, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? So to me, but now to not pretend like schools and all the shit that they're already trying to, all this light pornography, softcore to then hardcore, then after this, that, and the third, and then the business go back to this and go back to that. And even if you say there are the solutions, I mean, that's your country. So I respect the fact that, you have a strong opinion and you feel like that. But me looking from outside, and that's just an opinion from somebody from outside, so it does not really matter, brother. Just take it for what it is. I'm strongly against trust law. I think the people, the over-capitalists who thought that they could buy everything, and by buying everything, being kind of ruling the world, this is against exactly what your founder was trying to fight against. The goal is not to remove the queen by creating a new fucking king, and a new fucking king is just because he's the richest man in the fucking town. That's not what should have been the fucking goal of the United States. So it's not, I guess I just look at it like that. So I'm really, really suspicious of Elon and also Mark Zuckerberg. And I want to remind you that Elon Musk was not a natural born American citizen. So his loyalty to the United States, okay, he did his paperwork, he did the vow and blah, 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 but he can't remove myself. He said, like, I removed myself, Dodge, pay attention. When shit was starting to be really too much, I removed myself. This is what people who come from other parts of the world who got money, that's what we would do. When we see shit start to be really too Asian American, we remove ourselves, and then we have to pay, I don't have money like Elon Musk, that's not what I'm saying, but I'm just trying to tell you the pattern. If you have enough money to remove yourself, eventually you're going to remove yourself. Even if it makes your life so impossible. So now, right here, the Obama policies made sense to make their life impossible, but it's morally wrong. So it makes sense, but it's morally wrong. You should not go around the law to force somebody to do something that they should do because the quote-unquote law. Right? That's the problem. People are trying to manipulate basically the society for the society to fit within the law. And are you enforcing the law? And it looked like a dictatorial shit because people come enforcing, or are they nudging? Like how they did in your telemarketing, the nudging shit. Okay, we're gonna put an advertisement, but everybody look happy, and we're gonna say this, that, and the third, next thing you know, now you feel so guilty because how the fuck are you still using gas when you should use electricity, right? We nudge that into your fucking brain, and we make you doubt this shit was fucking real. And a lot of these women, they are down with the fucking program because whatever kind of bring money, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So
it's
that's
true.
That's what I'm telling you. Like, you got to realize Trump is maybe a cool guy, but he's not young. Elon Musk is younger, and Mark Zuckerberg are younger. So what Mark Zuckerberg did is a high level of treason. Like, I don't think you guys realize how bad this shit is, bro. Like, when people are gonna realize what the fuck happened, they're gonna be like, oh my gosh. Like, this guy is responsible for so many people dead around the world. Not only in the United States.
Well, the now is all important, and you can go to any room on this app, or you can hear. I mean, there people in the real world have power. People on this app who run their lips don't have any real power, and they're just here to create their dopamine room and dope up rooms to waste their time because they have nothing better to really do. But from like an anthropological study, you can observe humans in their auditory word condition, how they project themselves into this app. And you can actually like get a sample of what the culture is really like, and it's not good. It's extremely emotional, it's hyperbolic, it's polarized, it's low IQ. There's no real information transfer happening on this app.
Sometimes I don't mean it that way. You know what I'm saying? I know it might come out that way. It's not what I mean. It's just like to what I appreciate of your country, to what I think your country had great values and everything. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. It's not me trying to have any. I don't have no heart out to just say, look, this guy like really screwed a lot of people, man. This Facebook shit, this international, like, you know, when the COVID-19 happened, like everything was right there to our face. So maybe to you guys, that was not too much of a surprise by coming from a hyper-capitalist, you know, a nation. Not saying that France is not a capitalist nation as well, but it is what it is. The bitch will still travel around. They will still do their little thing. They will still use the same Instagram, the same Facebook to be na. You cannot move. You got to go home and do the curfew. But me, I take my private jet, na. So I don't hate rich people, but nobody should be above the program. Nobody. I don't know. I'm not an economist. I don't know the facts. Some shit I don't know. I do not know. I just know that the trust law. Yeah, people didn't know what the fuck this. Like, they're smart. They're so smart. They're starting a new fire. So by the time people realize the fucking shit with the social media is already too late. We're so deep into the AI issue, and now we need Jude, you know, because Jude invested all that money into the AI. Bro, Dodge, I'm in France, bro. This shit is big, man. Like, I'm in the middle, bro. I'm in the carrefour between the United States and China and Russia, and the fact that even like I was, you know, I live about 10 years in the US. When I was younger, bro, shit is so fucking big, bro. We're such at the middle of this war, like this business war, AI war, and it's fucking cray. And to say that the black woman is not predator and is not used by China in the advantage, that make me so much love, sir. Because they use this shit. Because I like the I show speed. They fuck this kid on me. I don't know why. I show speed come to France. I show speed Ronaldo. I'm like, what the fuck they got me? I'm like, I didn't try to fuck, I'm old and shit. Can a nigga have a minute and a break? I'm sorry, bro.
You know, I have found that standing up for yourself, writing complaints, and if somebody is being aggressive or inappropriate, immature, irascible, writing them up actually is the best thing to do. It actually psychologically causes them to respect you, because prior to that, they were walking around you, waiting to trample on you. You have to call women out for their behavior, for what they say, especially what they say, because they will make passive sexual harassment comments in the workplace. Call them out. Don't let a woman fuck around. Let her find out. And that is the only way to deal with this shit, because if you don't actually start speaking up when a woman sexually harasses you at a work meeting, It'll just keep happening. They rise in power. Men obtain no more power because they're too much of little pussies to fight back, to say, to just write a complaint letter and say, you know what? You didn't make me feel comfortable. I'm writing you up. So there's a record of this. There's a history of your abusive, predatorial nature. And you got to understand, there's a guy on this app. He was really funny. He's not on here anymore. He's a really crazy guy. You probably know who he is. African-American guy, does his hair. And anyways, he claimed one day, I never heard anybody say this, that women are actually the apex predator in society, not men. Women, and his reasoning is, if you look at a woman with her children, or an animal with her eggs, or newborn cubs, that lion will fight to the death to protect those children. It's instinctive in her genetic makeup. But a man doesn't necessarily have that same type of programming. So in a way, a woman is more of an alpha predator because she's willing to do what it takes to keep those children alive, while a male may be more aloof, passive, and just say, fuck it, I don't give a fuck. So what's that saying is, women may psychologically be more psychotic on the index of psychosis, or the index of crazy. So look out, men. You're dealing with an apex predator compared to your passive predation.
And me, I would take I would say on some street level and shit, right? I would say straight up, in the streets out there, you're gonna have the gangs, you're gonna have this, but the girls are gonna be in the gangs, gonna be super wild. The prostitute gonna be walking the fucking streets, bro. You realize how much it takes for a woman to walk around on a fucking high heel on the middle of fucking Figaro daylight?
Yeah. Let me stop that. Doge, you made a great point about the court system.
Type of borders that it take, and Martin and doesn't mean so. The bigger problem, and I'll leave you to that. I want to
inflation.
The problem is you go fuck that nigga wife, for example. Like Nate was saying, your wife, my bitch. Okay, that's only really cool and cute in the song when we're younger. But what happened to Nate Dogg in his real life? Then you realize how fucked he had been through this type of shit. The real problem is who is fucking who. That's a problem. Is you fucking the girl, or is the girl fucking you? And so you got to look at the outcome of the situation of what is what and what is going on. And then how much a woman can persuade anybody to, I can get you to do what the fuck I want you to do. So that's simpler than that, bro. That's why we call them predator, because they know how to like certain predator, they would fake death, and then they would attack you. They would feel like, come on, they're good at that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I don't hate them, but I understand what time is it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it is what it is, man. It's not a fucking game. And this shit touch people, and I'm talking about innocent people from around the world. And yes, I don't know so much for the homie Elon Musk. He's suspected. But I think, your people are going to do what they got to do anyway, because that's your country and your interest. But yes, Mark, I'm sorry, Mark. I'm born in 1984 like Mark, right? So it's not like, I'm looking at this guy, we born the same year. And I'm like, no, you did some fucked up shit, bro. There's no excuse, there's no success story. This is a lie. This is just somebody who went to a super expensive school, who didn't even graduate, and buy some other people do, because he just wanted to talk about how hard one chick took from the other chick. Yeah, turned and made a romantic story out of some shit, which is just somebody who was at the right moment and the right time with the right resources, and made the right people who invested into this fucking quote-unquote vision, which was not even his vision. And unfortunately, same story with Elon Musk. It seemed that he came from a wealthy family. It seemed that he didn't create PayPal. He bought PayPal. So, okay, but it's up to you in business to know when it's time to pay. And I'm like, yeah, but bro, also there's like some businesses or people who give you the service. This is why richer get richer. If you listen to your counselor, they will bring you project. They will say, PayPal is a really good project. You got about 80% chance of fucking success. Okay, let me do it. All right, this is not the same story that the black man wake up early in the morning, starting from nothing, and build up an empire on his back. Come on, guys. It's not the same story, guys. Please.
Great insight. I was gonna just add in Doge about the court system. They do bleed you financially. They try to break down not only you financially but spiritually and mentally. Which is why, and it's always against the men. It breaks you. They try to break you down. And what's crazy is how much shit women can get. Can get a pass on saying very obscene things in the workplace, but if a man were to say the same things, all hell breaks loose.
Yeah, you know what? This is really interesting, and you got to understand what Dodge said. It was like if we start in an L mentality, we never gonna go nowhere as men. So it's not like, oh my, no, you got to be part when the bitch do some fucking crazy shit. When it's out of the blue, you have to do it, because if you don't do it, you let the pattern, then the predator know. It's like, oh, it's like a little bit more, let me get one more step, let me get one more step, let me get one more step. So most of men, they scared, they run away, some they take their whole lives. Sometimes the women who use the kids, they have kids, and be like, I'm gonna treat 30 of the kids because you're not doing what I'm telling you to do, right? And they start to get into this fucking crazy shit that you would never ever even thought possible. So no, it's not a game. It's dangerous. Like the brother say, the lawyers are really a lot of lawyers are really sick individual. But at the same time, there is some people who went through this shit, and their parents went through a fucking ugly divorce, and that's why they became this shit. So you might come, but it's the same energy that you're taking, trying to figure out like which girl ad is the good ad, to find the good ad, quote unquote, of the attorneys are stupid and that is just not a really a good feeling, and nobody want to have to do this shit. So the thing I can tell you, Martel, is that there are way more predators, like you said, spiritually, psychology, and also money. If your money is not there, they're gonna try to break your spirit. If your spirit is not there, they're gonna try to break you mentally. So it's a fucking crazy shit, man. There's no fucking reason, bro. These women, they're predator and they're crazy, man. Like when they get on a level, like that's why they say never make a woman get angry. Like they fucking mean this shit, bro. They would let hell on you, bro.
Look at this link in the chat. This woman flipped her car while she was drunk and abandoned her baby in the car, went home and took a hot bath. So you want to talk about mental health and neurotic behavior and psychotic behavior, psychotic thinking, psychotic people. I mean, there you go. I mean, if you're a man and you're unsure about your woman, I mean, and you got kids, like, what are you going to do as a man if your wife is a psychotic, neurotic, homicidal, ideation person? I mean,
the only thing you can do is remove yourself, go into another country. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Take your death, like save yourself by any price. But it's like, then after you're going to feel bad because by running away and all that, you're going to hear the people from the society you ran away. You're like, damn, I'm safe. And then you see the shit's coming and start to hit your society. Pow. I'm all the way in France and the shit's hitting the society in France.
Well, look at the African American community. I mean, they technically need yoga studios and libraries and money. I mean, most people are being worked to death, but if you want to bring peace in the home, I mean, you have to bring outside information, outside practices, because the culture's not working now. The programming's not working now. If you're just going to raise your entire family and community on TikTok videos and social woke activist propaganda about structural white racism, you're never getting to the psychological issues or any type of knowledge, conditioning, and understanding for the population. So there's a massive cultural and societal casualty and catastrophe in the United States of America today. People need 1960s programming, 1970s programming. America figured out a lot of things psychologically and about the culture in the 60s and 70s through research and publishing, but nobody's consuming any of that content. Everybody is just completely hypnotized by dopamine creation on their cell phone, but nobody's actually doing anything to improve themselves. Thus, we're never going to improve America or the world. I mean, it's just becoming a polarized world where people are going to get left behind because they are completely hypnotized with what's right in their palm of their hand, and it's not making them smarter. I mean, we should have legislation that requires these big platforms to provide education and force education, meaning that if you're going to look at TMZ for 8 hours or have a conversation on this app for 40 hours a week, like Nathan in Chillism, I mean, you're talking about brain damage here. Maybe people with pre-existing brain rot, but there should be legislation that effectively forces people to condition their brain rot to a certain extent. I mean, I believe in state propaganda at this point. I don't know why we have to do it. I think to save the minds of our citizens. If they can't think for themselves, we need higher levels of thought to essentially help these people become peaceful, because the violence in society today is so wild and crazy that it's unbelievable. I mean, white woman, white man, black man, like there are cases in the news where you're just like, I cannot believe. Did you see that kid that killed his two parents and wanted to do a Trump assassination? You're talking about severe mental health derangement syndrome, like of highest level of crazy ever conceivable.
Black woman who cooked the twins and send a slow and then send a picture to the fucking baby daddy. You know, crazy shit. And there's sick people everywhere. So we're not gonna try to say it doesn't happen, but it could happen. But it is what it is. Like society get super violent, more violent. And me being out here in France, and that's why I get it from it. They get this influencer at show speed. What does he say? He said he wanted to be a streamer. He was a bad little streamer, but he was like 1-2 people, that's it. And then his mom was like, he was 17 years old. You got to choose. Either you stop this streaming shit, either you leave this house. And he left the house and he went to where he died. Thanks God this guy had a black dad to be like, you can come take a little break with me. So now from there he became this super mega star around the world. China fucking salute these people. Bro, come on man. Them Chinese people, they're not going for the black woman how you call that, superiority complex. It's not gonna happen. Them Chinese not gonna go with it. They're not. See, the Chinese, they had a Wu Zetian. You remember? In Chinatown, they had Wu Zetian. They had the biggest empress in the world, right? They already had her. So they already know how powerful a woman can be. And there's one thing they're not gonna do. Just take a risk. Simping and then nah.
I mean, do you know how many of these female predators watch junk TV, trash TV, gossip TV, reality TV? You know what I'm talking about? Like my sister's one of them. I mean, all these women do is they're the most vain, egotistical, superficial, narcissistic people on the planet. They literally only care about number one. They don't care about family. They don't care about society. They just care about taking care of themselves, which is a good priority to have. However, women today are failing to be women, to be mothers of society, to be mothers of the nation, to be mothers of their children. It is the sickest me culture and instant dopamine and I got to eat more and be fat and stupid and look at my cell phone more type of culture. And look at more junk TV and trash TV and update my Netflix subscription, update my fucking Paramount prescription and all these subscriptions that these women have. I mean, this is what the conversation always goes back to is feminism and the ills of feminism and how it destroys a country. And so, yeah, I hope one day to meet a beautiful, intelligent woman, who likes me.
Maybe the original feminist people from the 50s and 40s, they were not as bad as what we got right now, you know what I'm saying? Like, so the movement might be totally hijacked at the moment in time, you know?
See, you as a man, you have to really have a high level of psychology because you will realize that most people can't patiently endure anything. They have a to-do list and they've got to knock out their to-dos and they're just like robots, automatons. And in America today, we have many automatons that live amongst us. And so it is like the Matrix, where if you're free, you see all these people that are going about their lives, but never questioning anything. I mean, There's a video of a guy here in Chicago being attacked in the street. He's not even aware he's being attacked. So most people have absolutely no situational awareness because they're just living in their cell phone. Like, there's actually more cell phones alive today than there are human beings. So be lucky if you know that your cell phone is essentially a genie's bottle and it's constantly trying to get you to go back into it. And that if you're a liberated person and you live in liberty and joy and power and knowledge, you'll realize that, it's up to you to help save a lot of these automatons in our society. Clubhouse is a safe place to do it because they can't punch you in the nose. But if you try to take away somebody's dopamine and tell them that they're a moron and that they're culturally fucked up and that they're a dangerous person to themselves and to their community and to their country, they'll punch you in the face. But Clown House is a safe space. Some people want to dox you and do terrible things to you, but
it is. I think Clubhouse is a safe place. That's why I'm out here personally. But how long till Elon Musk already tried to duplicate Clubhouse on X, right? And imagine if thanks the law people sue Mark Zuckerberg. People ain't sue that fucking fucker, bro. That nigga would have bought Clubhouse. And he would have thought it's normal. No, it's not normal. You cannot buy the biggest fucking apps. Like, who the fuck you think you are, bro? It's like okay, it's like you guys. That's why, because I really ask people, because France changed a lot, right? When I get back to France, and I asked people, I was like, yo, what's up with the soccer? I'm not too much into soccer, right? But the PSG and all the team, the FIFA, the World Cup, the fucking World Cup in Russia, France winning the cup. I'm out here in front, like, what the fuck this shit is? This Mbappe getting paid $150 million at 17 years old, right? And I'm like, what's that really exactly? And then I realized, like, you in America, for example, when you do your MBA or stuff like that, you got franchise and you got budget. Everybody got kind of quote unquote a budget and agree on, and everybody kind of pay the player they can pay, and then made the best win. That's why making it fun. That's why making it competitive, even if there's a lot of fake shit within the shit. But at least on paper it makes sense. In France, because we don't have no limitation in the FIFA, that's just to show you how it look like that stupid shit when people play capitalism but not being really aware of what they do. So one team got the biggest fucking money. They can buy all the fucking player and then the other team are weak. What is the point? That doesn't make sense. It's just a money grab for people to do gambling, right? Then we're gonna do a little gambling, or we're gonna have a little gambling habits, and that's just some bullshit. So that means it's like we're trying to play something without even knowing what we're doing, and we sold the country to a Qatari guy. So the PSG, this is an abomination, bro. And then you got somebody like Jordan buying it, and now they're talking about they want to do a PSG NBA team. I wish they do that, and they humble these people by having, okay, we can do an NBA PSG team, but you're gonna have to go by our budget, and the idea of budget is not there is absolutely no interest. People are quick to come and complain about, oh my God, the Sterling was a racist, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. But it's looking at what was right in the NBA. What made the NBA a powerhouse? Just the ID, then it's not as simple as, oh, who got the best money, can buy the best player, and then it's over, and then there's no interest. There's no interest to watch that though. So it is what it is. It's me trying to bring you a little bit of the reality. The world is so crazy. Look, Kylian Mbappe, you're laugh. It's like some God power shit, right? The dude was out there and he was eating, right? He watched a girl, and he kept his eyes on the girl like, oh my God, she look good. You know when the girl became an influencer just out of that? Just out of the sight of the man. Come on, man. We live in a simulation, bro. We live in a simulation. Mother people on OnlyFans don't even make no fucking money. This is obvious. Why would you go to a third party? And it's not even the fault of OnlyFans. OnlyFans, if you make a mistake on OnlyFans, you will realize that they are victim themselves of this predatory woman who can jump on their fucking shit. They tried to cut it. They could not cut it. The problem is more IG slash motherfucking right. I mean, it's more Mark. The problem is Mark's coming. I doubt the guy of OnlyFans had any. He knew. He did not know that this shit would turn to that.
All right, it's been fun chatting with you. I gotta get going. Have a great day, everybody. God bless.
You too, man. Because I made my research. Now, snowflake, when you ask about what is a predatory woman would be like a person who.
Oh, you're not a real congressman. Just play one on Instagram and YouTube.